All right, Bannock County Commissioners are now in session. Our first item is indigent business.
Yes, so I have two cases before you this morning, case number 2024-0034. It's an application for cremation expenses submitted by the Cornelson Funeral Home in the amount of $1,200. The application was submitted by the funeral home. The deceased is a 52-year-old female. With all of the information that I did obtain, it appears that they meet criteria. Is a Bannock County resident, was not a veteran. The recommendation is an approval of this application. Bannock County does appear to be the last resource, and there is no responsible party available for repayment of this request. And then for case number 2024-0035, it's an application for cremation expenses submitted through Wilkes Funeral Home in the amount of $1,200. The application is submitted by the husband of the deceased. The husband is a 32-year-old male who's applying for the expenses of his 26-year-old spouse. They're both Bannock County residents. With all of the information obtained, it does appear that they meet criteria to be able to for assistance. Bannock County is the last resource, and the applicant has agreed to a $25 payment upon approval of this application.
Mr. Chair, I'd move on case 2024-0034 and 0035 that we approve per recommendation.
I have a motion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
I do have one release of lien for signature as well.
Did you sign that in here?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Chair, I'd move that we approve the release of lien and signature.
We have a motion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right. Next we have a ratification. This is a signature on the Lander property. There was a page that I needed to sign. I signed it a couple of days last week, and we just need to ratify it.
Mr. Chair, I move that we ratify signature on the primetime contract as discussed.
Ernie,
Yes.
will you also add the date that you signed it? Which was last week on the, what was it, the 31st? It was the 31st.
Wasn't sure if this was the original or if that's just a photocopied one. Looked
Oh.
like a photocopied one, so
Okay.
I think it went in.
Okay.
But
I'll send that over to her.
all right, thank you. All right, Julie.
Well, we have a motion on the floor.
Oh, we have a motion on the floor. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you.
Sure thing.
Now you're up.
Julie Hancock, Bannock County Elections Administrator, just looking for a signature for our training room.
And this is out of Chubbuck.
Yeah.
Any questions?
Nope. Mr. Chair, I move that we approve the request as presented.
We have a motion. All in favor say aye.
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 Always nice to see you. Thanks for coming.
Thank you. I haven't been coming to these because I thought, well, you know, it doesn't cost us any money and they do it for us for free. But then I thought, well, in case any questions arise, you know,
Nope.
just,
We love to see your smiling face.
yeah. I just love sitting in this chair also.
And on camera.
Yeah, yes, exactly. Thank you.
Thanks.
All right, Melissa?
See you.
Good morning.
Hello.
Melissa Hartman with Veteran Services. I'm coming today to talk about 9/11 and to get a signature for the permit from the city of Pocatello to have motorcycles come in like we have in the past, close off one lane of Center. My brain went on vacation. Close off one lane of Center, and then during the ceremony, we'll actually close off both lanes for about 20 minutes, and then we'll reopen the far lane and leave just the one lane closed for about an additional 30 minutes while people kind of visit, and then we will open everything back up. We won't be driving down 4th or 5th, so we won't need a state of Idaho permit. The motorcycles will come in down off of 1st. They'll get on Center and they'll obey all the traffic laws. So we won't have to have any special permits for rerouting traffic off of 4th and 5th.
Okay.
You've got on here one high school band. Have you had that in the past?
Depending on which day it is, yes. Highland is usually our band that comes and does this. But because of their fire, because of the weekend one time, I think. We've missed them, but Highland, we've invited Highland to come back. Hopefully their band is ready to travel.
Okay.
That's usually what we have. I try to include the different high schools for the different events. So obviously Field of Heroes gets Century. We're trying to get Pocatello High School involved in the Pearl Harbor ceremony. That's proven a little bit more of a challenge than in the past. We actually had Hawthorne last year for Pearl Harbor, which was great. And if Highland can't come this year, I'll ask one of the other junior highs if their band would like to participate with us. I think it might be like the willingness of the participant, and that age group of student might be more excited about doing, a performance like that than a high school student. So.
Okay.
Questions?
Oh, it needs a certificate of insurance. I'm sure you've seen that on there to go with it.
Do you want to get with HR to do that, or or you can email me and I can get it for you?
Yeah.
Whichever.
However.
Okay. Just email whoever you need.
Okay.
If you email me, I'll get it. If you email them, they'll get it.
Perfect.
Mr. Chair, I move that we approve the application for parade permit as presented.
We have a motion. All in favor, say aye.
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 Great. And then I'll also need to know if you guys will be willing to do a proclamation for us as well. And also if one of you are interested in emceeing that event, if you're in town and available, we'd love to have one of our elected officials to do that. If you guys want to just discuss that and let me know, that's fine.
I am out of town, so.
I think
You're
I'll
out of
be-
town?
I think I'll be out of town as well. I think they're doing the Pilt fly-in that week.
Hey,
What did he say?
Doing the Pilt fly-in, so he'll be in Washington DC.
Well, I guess that means I get to do it again.
Excellent. I love it. It's
That's
perfect.
fantastic. All right, I look forward to it.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
I like that. It's a good event, Melissa. Thank you for doing that.
Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Christie?
Mr. Clauser, Comptroller, the commission has already approved the lease of these two pieces of equipment for landfill, so this is just the formal signature on them. First one's for a dozer D6. We are going to be paying about $108,000 in interest by leasing. When I talked to Dylan, he said part of that is to cover the government fail-safe warranty for that piece of equipment. The other piece of equipment is the grader. We have no down payment on it because of the trade value, and then the interest we'll be paying on that is $92,800.
And does this make sense to lease these things instead of buying them?
What's the total cost on those pieces of equipment if we were to purchase them?
The dozer, the starting balance is $607,000, and by the end we'll pay $716,000. And then on the
Grader's $399.
huh?
The grader is $399, $691, including tax. Is that right?
Grader is $400,000. I've got the amortization
Oh,
schedule, so I'm cheap.
okay.
The beginning balance is $400,091, and at the end we'll be paying $492,000. The intent was to flip these. However, I don't know if, when these are presented next time, if we run through the numbers at the sales agreement point before deciding if we want to lease or buy. I'm not sure why we couldn't just buy them and then flip them, but there is going to be some warranty discussion that might need to happen. I guess even though you buy it, you're not guaranteed a warranty. We would have to pay extra for that, which seems odd to me, but
Run that by me again?
when I called Dylan this morning, I asked if we were to purchase them outright, would we still get that warranty? And he said he thinks we would have to pay extra for it. So I guess if we, and I don't know, so that's why I'm not sounding like I know.
Do we need to sign this thing today, or can we
We already
have
have
Dylan come?
possession. I think the decision was already essentially made that we would lease them. So I'm not sure we could change gears at this point.
Hmm.
However, I think maybe as we look at new ones, maybe we ask the questions of what would it be to purchase versus lease, and then make the discussion of the warranties as well.
Well, I think it's something that Dylan could request information on. I mean, we can sign it and because we already have them, we're utilizing them.
Oh,
But sign them as a lease right now, but Dylan could talk to the salesman, say, okay, we're leasing, is it a lease to own? Is it, how can we change this, or can we own
It's a
it?
lease to flip.
And what, so I think that there's some conversation that can happen.
I think part of the reason for the lease is the wear and tear we put on the equipment. To lease them makes it easier to flip it and get newer equipment easier for us. Because I think we have an hours that we can't go over on that, if I remember correctly. So we're keeping our hours to a certain level so we can get the trade-in at the end and then flip it better. So it's kind of like the sheriff's cars.
Right.
That's why we lease those.
so you've looked at this?
We have.
I didn't dive into the numbers on this, but that's the historical discussion about why we lease these particular pieces of equipment as opposed to purchasing them.
It has been looked at. I mean,
Okay.
it wasn't just a,
Right, but it's the same thing as the sheriff's patrol vehicles.
Yeah, no, I understand that one.
Yeah, that's the thought process.
Okay.
motion on these leases.
Mr. Chair, I'd move that we approve leases and signature as discussed.
I have a motion. All in favor, say aye.
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 Sorry, I have to send these back with a handful of other documents and checks.
Thank you. Next, under signature only, tax cancellation request, Value Point lease agreement. And the one is, the owner is Bannock County, special charge landfill fee remained in error. Oh, so,
Yeah, Mr. Chair, I'd move that we approve the tax cancellation request as presented.
it's an interesting one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Taxing ourselves.
Commissioner Wilkerson, motions.
We have a motion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And then the second one, renewal agreement for postage meter is what the other letter is.
Mr. Chair, I'd move that we approve the postage meter agreement as presented.
We have a motion. All in favor, say aye.
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 All right. So next we have some ARPA projects under one is a walk-in freezer out at the jail, and wiring and installation of the freezer.
This is outside the norm, but I was trying to get those pushed through. A couple of projects completed at the jail.
And we talked about this the other day, about doing some ARPA payments on Tuesdays like this to help facilitate that. Is that something that you desire?
Would be awesome.
Yeah.
And then I know we usually don't take claims till Thursday, but these came in Thursday afternoon and we had already met, so it was too late to get them signed.
I'm okay with that. I mean, okay. I think in this case, it's a, whoops, sorry, John. Get it done.
Thank you.
That's an ARPA one also. Then we have a salary rate approval form. And certificate of residency.
Mr. Chair, I move that we approve the invoices as presented, the salary rate approval form as presented, and the certificate of residency as presented.
We have a motion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And with that being said,